everyone, I want to discuss something because a lot of you have shared some information to me on yesterday's video, and I want to go over that with everyone. For those of you who are new, I want to share this information because it all blends in together, and why Wendy, why I feel some people are not good candidates for fasting. And one of the main reasons is if you are a gastric bypass, gastric sleeve, lap band, or any other weight loss surgery where they have reconstructed your stomach, your intestines, or anything like that, I personally feel you should not be fasting, and here's why. I had a lap band in 2004. I weighed 282 pounds. It took me 14 years to lose 52 pounds. In that time, I was eating an average of 500 to 800, and that was on a really pig out day, calories per day total. I lost half my hair. I wasn't feeling good. And then I had major issues with my lap band. The reason why I chose my lap band was because I was told it could stay in your body forever. That is not true anymore. A lap band starts doing some crazy things about 10 years out, and mine slipped and fell, and it was rubbing a hole through my throat. I had ulcers. When it slipped, acid would gush up into my throat, burn my esophagus. I had ulcers on the stoma, which is where at the top of your stomach where they squeeze it with the lap band, had atrophied to 3 millimeters or centimeters, 3 centimeters, millimeters. Anyway,
not the size of a eraser on the end of a...
Very small, this big. It atrophied. It shrank and was stuck. It was hard. I had to have surgery to remove it, and it was a very difficult, very long surgery to have that removed and repaired. It's
scary.
Dangerous and scary. I was afraid. I had started the ketogenic diet, and one thing my fear was is, oh my gosh, I'm going to gain all the weight that I had gained back. And I did not. So I feel that ruined my metabolism. 14 years of only eating 500 to 800 calories. So I have gradually been able to build myself up to right around 12 to 1400 calories a day. And had been able to lose weight or maintain. If you have gastric surgery of any kind in your body, you absolutely have to talk to your gastroenterologist before you do any kind of fasting. Every single one of you, when you went through the precursor of having it, you had to do classes, or at least you had to read literature. It says the importance of protein. Eat your drink your protein first, because they start you out drinking because you're so tight and so small, all you can do is get liquids down, right? So you are not, in my humble opinion, are not a candidate for any kind of fasting, because you still need to be eating smaller, more frequent meals because of the size of your stomach, the stoma from a lap band, how tight you have your band inflated, and all of those things. Dr. Cywes, C-Y-W-E-S, is a bariatric surgeon, and he has a ketogenic channel. And if you have bariatric surgery at all, you need to be tuning into him, because he is an expert. And I know my doctor said protein first. They took away all fat, limited my salt, and I could have protein and a little bit of vegetables. And they had the list, and I had the book, and I had the paperwork, and I went through the class and everything else. The challenge is a lot of you find it hard to eat the protein solid. It hurts going down. You have problems getting it through, so you have to go into the bathroom and help get it out. So you end up eating cottage cheese and potatoes and soft, dense foods that do not allow you, and more carbohydrates that will not allow you to lose the weight you should lose. So I'm just saying, please, 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 If you are a bariatric patient and you have had any of those things done, no matter how long ago or how soon you've had that done to present time, you absolutely need to talk to your doctor, because you're not getting enough protein. You're not getting your body, when they remove a part of your stomach or a part of your intestine, that area is not allowed to digest it as properly or absorb the vitamins as properly as it did prior to having that surgery done. So just because everybody else out there is doing it, you need to be very, very careful. And again, you know, talk to your medical professional about it. Make sure you are eating enough protein first, adding a little bit of carbs and a little bit of fat to satiety. Protein is number one, especially if you're a bariatric patient like I was. And now I have to deal with the ramifications from such a long-term apparatus device in my body. And I have been. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. Be careful, do your research, talk to your medical professional, and get advice that way, rather than someone that's just out there doing their own thing on the ketogenic diet. They're doing what works for them, because what we do for us, Harry and I, and our body may not be the right thing for you to do with you and your body. So I just wanted to share that information with everybody. Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome all you new folks, and welcome back, everybody, to Loving It on Keto. Today I'm going to the gym. On Tuesdays and Thursdays we have a trainer. I'm going, Harry is staying here, because for those of you who are brand new, we went to Quartzsite last week, and Harry got, our dog got attacked. Harry got in the middle of it, and he got bit through his, right here. And then he got bit on his arm. He fell, hit his knee. So he is still sore. His wounds are healing very nicely. Actually, I'm surprised at how fast. But he's been on antibiotics just to make sure that that nasty, dirty dog bite didn't get infected or anything. But he can't do the handles and stuff yet with the hand and his knee. His knee is still very sore. He had to have x-rays to make sure that the femur, where they put the spike of the hip replacement into, didn't have any hairline fractures. Harry, when we were vegan for 6 years, Harry's vitamin D plummeted and his calcium plummeted to the point where he had to have calcium infusions. He has osteoporosis because of that. That's what the diagnosis was. So anytime he falls or anything, he has to have an x-ray to make sure he doesn't have hairline fractures in that area. Now, we have not had an x-ray for a long time. He's not, did you have a bone density scan this year?
No.
To see?
Yeah, I'm due for one.
You need to have one. But that is why I'm talking about vitamin D and the importance of it today. So I just wanted to share that, because it's really important, and that's why Harry and I are doing it. But I need to get out the door right now. Got my outfit on. I'm all ready to go. So you guys, I'll see you guys in the next segment. Goodbye.
A lot of truth in that. Best dog dad ever. Where I came from. Anyway. Yep. A lot of truth in that. You better believe it. You better believe it. I'm gonna make some coffee today, and we went ahead and bought a couple different things, and I'm going to show you what they are. Well, it's just really one thing, but there's two things to it, you know, for coffee. So I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, Mr. Coffee. Yeah, ooh, so good. How true is that? Right? That's so true. Yeah. Don't you forget it. Enjoy your 5-minute coffee break.
Hey everybody, I am done working out. I have got to meet Felicia. We're gonna get a pedicure and then I'm gonna go grocery shopping. But I've got my ketochow ready to build some pecan sticky buns. I'm gonna go over that in a minute, but several of you asked me if I was still tracking my food even though I'm on an OMAD. So I wanna share with you, I am measuring some of it, reading the package of nutritional labels, checking the serving sizes, but eyeballing some of it. So loosely, this is what we had yesterday. 1,465 calories total, 25 carbs total, 109 grams of protein, and 101 fats. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And then that is because we had, come on over here, 85-15, we each had 8 ounces. I measured it. We had a pound of the 85-15 ground beef. We had the Philadelphia cream cheese, chive and onion in our ground beef. We had 4 tablespoons of Daisy sour cream, 3 ounces each of cheddar cheese. We had 3 Egg Life Southwest style Egg Life wraps. I had about 4 tablespoons of La Victoria Salsa Brava hot sauce. We also had a pumpkin spice caramel ketochow with a tablespoon of the MCT oil in it and about a cup of iceberg lettuce. And that's where we got that. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. And that's where we came up with that. Now, if you're counting net carbs, it would have been 16 grams net carbs. That's because of the vegetables, the lettuce, and the ketochow. So, someone also asked me, how are we getting ketochow into the mix? We drink a ketochow with our meal. It's like a malt. It's delicious. It's sweet. It helps me with my sweet tooth. It's just absolutely delicious. You need to put the amount of fat that works for you. And because we're drinking it with a meal that has fat in it, we don't need a lot of fat in our keto chow. But it gives us the high protein that we need, right? So it works out really, really well. We get the MCT organic MCT oil from Costco. This is about 20 bucks, $19.99. It could be on sale. And you get this in the pharmacy, drug area. Calm is right down from it on a shelf. So we get these from Costco, but you can get it at any vitamin shop, GNC shop, any of those things. Just get a good one. You want to have caprylic acid C8 and caprylic acid C10. Those are the most important ones, and they're right here. If you look at this, where my finger is. And so I measured my amount in, and I got my cups all lined up, and we're just going to have pecan sticky bun for the week. And the nice thing about ketochow is you can put them in the refrigerator and they last several days. We just grab those. If Harry gets hungry, he can have one. He can have one extra. And for us, for me, I need some sweets in my life. And I am fasting during the day and having black coffee. So to be able to have this with my meal gives me a dessert-like feeling. Plus, it gives me 1/3 of my daily vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. So I'm very happy about the whole thing, and it works for me. So I wanted to share that because several people asked me, Wendy, can you please share your macros with us, what your calories are, and how you're incorporating ketochow. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. And as most of you know, longtime viewers, but some of you are new, we have a 10% discount down in the description below for ketochow products. We want to pass the savings on to you. So if you're looking to purchase any, please go down in the description, click on the link, use the Loving It on Keto coupon link there to get your 10% discount. But I'm loving this, and I'm really loving the pecan sticky bun flavor. So I just go through, line them up, put my fat in. Now I'm just going through and putting a scoop in each one. We kind of have an assembly line, don't we, Harry? Mm-hmm. Usually Harry's the shaker when we're all done. If you really, really want to get granular, you can measure them. Each ketochow has a little bit different weight and has a little bit different macros. So you might want to check that. I'm not concerned about it because I can look it up on my Carb Manager app and just punch it right in. I know how much MCT oil powder I have. MCT oil I have. And you can use any oil or fat that you want. You can use butter. You can use heavy cream. You can use half and half. You can use powdered butter. You can use ghee. You can use avocado oil. You can use MCT oil like we are. And then Harry and I like more water with ours. We fill ours up to the top, and then we shake, 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 and we're done. So basically, I'm just going to go through, put water in. Harry's going to put the camera down so he can shake this up for us, and then they go in our refrigerator. And it's a grab and go tonight when I make our dinner, which I'm going to do here shortly. And when I get back, we'll have ketochow shake with that, and it's going to be delicious. This smells delicious. Yes, indeed. So we'll come back in the next segment. Hey everyone, I am home. I've got beautiful, pretty fuchsia colored toes. I'm very excited. Got my toes done. Felicia and I had pedicure. We are going to take a Tai Chi class. So I've got some Yelp texts and phone numbers and stuff that I'm going to check into. I think Tai Chi for beginners would work really well for us. I think that would be something fun to do. I've always wanted to do it, so I'm excited. You know, wash on, wash off, and all the good stuff. Yes. But I stopped by Bashas' because I wanted to grab a few things for our Omad days. Come on over here. I got some cherry cola, which I like. They had rice cauliflower on sale for $2.79, so I got 2 of those because Harry likes that because he does not like shirataki noodles. No. And I'm going to make spaghetti for our meal. And I also looked at the raw ground sausage, and I can't have Jimmy Dean. and they didn't have any Jones natural one. They have MSG in them, and I'm allergic to MSG, so I have to be very careful. So I ended up getting the mild chorizos and a just plain ground pork because I want to make something with this tomorrow. I wanted to make like a sausage gravy, and I wanted to get the breakfast sausage, but they didn't have any at Bash's', and that's where I went. And they had avocados on sale, so I grabbed the couple firm ones and whatnot. You can keep these in the refrigerator. Matter of fact, did you guys know, fun fact, avocados don't ripen on the trees. You can have an avocado tree and keep them on there for like 160 days if the animals don't get to them, and then once you pick them, they start ripening. Also, they slow down the ripening process in the refrigerator. So if you take one out and let it sit out on your counter for a day or two, that's your ripe ones. So you get them in different firm, put them in your refrigerator, and they'll last a much longer time, and you bring one out as you go so that you have fresh avocado that's perfectly ripened every time. Yes, indeed. So we've got KetoChow in the works. I'm just going to set those right here. I'm going to figure out, I'm going to put this stuff away, and then I'm going to do my rice cauliflower for Harry, shirataki noodles for me. We're going to use the Rouse marinara, and then I have got a pound of ground beef already made that we measured, right? Yesterday we each had 8 ounces. Today we're each having 8 ounces. I'll mix it in half, and that's what we're going to have with some other things. And I'll put it in and populate it. If we are still hungry, we have got, besides a KetoChow that we're having, we've got the chicken. We've got the last 2 of the chicken quarters here that we can heat and eat, or eat cold, either way, which will give us more protein. So that's nice too. So we've got the KetoChow. I'm gonna get this all set up, and I'm gonna make spaghetti with Bolognese sauce. Yes, indeed. I thought I better share with everybody shirataki noodles are konjac root. And when you open them up, they have an offensive, this is the one I bought, and then they come in an inner package. You can grab any of them. Make sure you read the back and that they're pure, where is this at? What it'll tell you. Konjac, because the calories count. There's total 5 carbs of carbohydrates and 5 dietary fibers. So they zero each other out, but I count the carbs. So I will look up this on my carb manager and enter it because I'm having the whole package. Now, they do have an ammonia-like smell to them. It can be off-putting. So what I do, and I learned it a long time ago when we were vegan, it's so easy to do. You just get some white vinegar. Yes, you do. You get a colander and a bowl. Now, what I'm gonna do is, in the bowl, I'm gonna put in 1/4 cup of water.
Water?
Excuse me, 1/4 cup of white vinegar. And they sell 2 huge gallons of it for less than $5 at Costco. At least they used to. So I put in 1/4 cup, and I just put water, cool water in here. Just some. And I set it aside. Then I get my strainer, and I get my shirataki noodles, and I open them up. I pour them in the sink and let them drain out the water. Give it a quick rinse. It doesn't need to be anything spectacular, and I'll share why. Kind of break them loose. Now, here's the glory. You just stick this in the vinegar, and the vinegar takes the smell away. So you're not sitting and rinsing them for 15 minutes, right, at all. Just let them go in the white vinegar.
Doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much. And then you just pour them here. Now you rinse the vinegar off. You can give it a smell. If it doesn't have a vinegary smell, you're good to go. I just set it on top, let that drain. Because all I'm going to be doing with this, with my noodles, is I'm going to be heating them up in a dry pan. These are this odd thing. You can put them on high and let them cook, and they don't burn. You know, so I put them in there to dry them out and warm them up at the same time. So no oil is needed at all for that. So I just want to make sure, see all the water that you still have in it. So come on over here. I just have a little pan because I'm draining off the water. Another thing I like to do is, because these are very long, I just want to cut them. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I just pick them up, slice them with scissors because they're very long. Makes them easier to eat.
Now, I don't like them not because there's no taste, but it's the texture for me. That's what it is for me.
And I love them. I love them. So now I'm just going to put this boiler on high. I'm going to rinse my scissors, and I'm going to get it on with my sauce and Harry's cauliflower rice. So I've got his cauliflower rice, and I'm going to heat it up in this little pan here. So I just take it, put it in a pan. I don't even add water to it. I just kind of get it on high right this second. Cover it for just a few minutes until I see that it's starting to sweat, and stir it and get it warm. That's what he is doing for his spaghetti. Now, I've got my beef. Actually, I'm going to move this to the back. Move that to the back. It's going to do that. I got my stainless steel pan. This was already measured, so I know I have a pound of ground beef that I cooked right here, and it's 85.15. We're just going to share it, so I'm going to put my beef in here. You can use turkey, you can use beef, ground chicken, whatever meat you want. This is 85.15. This, I'm using all of the marinara sauce. It's 5 servings. So we're each going to have 2.25 servings, 2.5 servings. 5 servings, half cup each. So we're splitting that. I like doctoring my sauce. I like a little bit more garlic. So I love garlicky, herby Italian. And then I like putting just a little bit more Italian spices in mine. I got this at Costco. You can put more or less in. It's up to you how you want to do yours. And basically, I'm just going to heat this up while the rice is heating. While this is heating, I'm just going to burn off the water. And then this gets heated up. So I know the servings on the rice, cauliflower rice. I know the servings because of the nutritional facts on the back of the packet. I know how much hamburger I have, and I am going to be using some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese on top of this, you guys. So we are gonna let all of this simmer and heat up, and when it's heated up, we're gonna plate it. So you guys, come back when it's spaghetti bolognese with the shirataki noodles for me and rice cauliflower for Harry.
Here you go.
Thank you, dear. On the cauliflower rice, 3 servings per container. I'm going to give Harry half of it, so 1.5 servings is a total of 4 carbohydrates. 2 of those are fiber. Wanted to share that with everybody. And I'll populate Carb Manager with all of this so we know exactly, and we'll share that with everybody tomorrow. Okay, my meat is getting cooked. It's bubbling. The shirataki noodles are drying out. Here, you want to see that? It's going to bubble. So that's good. Shirataki noodles are just hanging in.
The lid is off. Oh, there we go.
And then I moved this over so it got a bigger burner so I could get the cauliflower rice going pretty good here. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Meaty, hearty deliciousness. What I like about rice cauliflower is when it's frozen, you don't need to add any water to it because it has a lot of moisture in it. So as it cooks, you're just steaming off. Same with the shirataki noodles. If you look at this, they're just getting warm and steamed and all that water is coming off of them. So it just makes them a delicious texture for me. I like the chewiness of them. I don't have a problem. Make sure these get warmed up enough, and because these were frozen. You can get the steamable cauliflower rice. You can get the frozen one like I do. You can take a fresh one and grate it yourself, whichever way. Cauliflower works great. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's the texture, and it gives you a fullness, and it gives you some vitamins too. So.
Yeah, well, I like the texture, and it holds the tomato sauce and stuff really well.
Yep. They're pretty dry. They're getting very opaque. They get opaque when they get dry, and that's where I want those to be. Turn that off. Give this another stir. We'll come back when I plate. So I'm going to use about half of this in here for Harry.
That's it?
Half, yep. It's a veggie.
Oh, that's right, because it's a vegetable.
It's about a cup, yep.
It's like ketchup.
I can give you some.
Ketchup is a vegetable.
Yes, it is. Harry, I can give you some shirataki noodles if you like, and this will be the rest for tomorrow. You want some shirataki noodles?
Yeah.
You do?
No, I don't want no shirataki noodles.
Well, you just said yes.
Well, I got confused.
You got confused. Look how much more you get. I'm going to be full.
I know, look at that, man. Just give me more meat.
No.
Yeah, you gotta make up for it.
No, we share the meat.
Who said? Was that in the marriage contract?
You can have.
Thou shalt share the meat?
Thou shalt share the bounty. You can have chicken too if you're hungry.
All right, that's good. That's all I need to know.
Because look at all this. This is a
taste,
huge amount. This is a ton of meat sauce. Plus you're going to have vegetables from the tomatoes. So we're going to have higher carbs today, which is fine. Now I'm going to take a little bit of cheese.
Cheese.
64 slices of American cheese.
One.
You guys hungry yet?
2.
I am.
1.
No, I'm getting to that point where I don't get hungry until I smell food.
Pavlov.
So this is what, day 6, right?
Yep.
Yeah, about a week. It takes me about a week, man. Things start to happen.
If you wanted to add more fat, you could right here. Just put it in there and it would be absolutely delicious. But you guys, this is what we are having, and this is going to be very hot for me. So I need to get bowl cozies Yes, I do. The lady who made these bow cozies we saw in her little store yesterday. It's where I bought my little cactus pin.
Were these the ones you bought from there?
Yes. I've had them and wash them and they're perfect. They haven't come apart or anything. And there you have it. Keto Bolognese on 2 different beds of keto rice here, cauliflower rice, shirataki noodles here. But either way, you guys, it's delicious, hearty and filling. So guess what that means? Gotta eat now, everybody. Hey everyone, it's time to do the January My Club Chow box, the surprise box. And if you have entered to win by putting in a hashtag chow on the original video and you live in the United States of America and Canada, you might win this. So you guys, we put this into Random Picker. Let's come on over here and get started. We did the Random Picker, and Harry's camera, since he had to use it as a weapon, for those of you who don't know, go see the Sally Attacked video. Anyway, the battery died, and we've got stuff coming, but he doesn't have it yet. We did the Random Picker, and GT27312, who wrote, "Your enthusiasm is infectious. I watch you guys before I watch anything else. Have a lovely day, Wendy, Harry, and Sally. Hashtag chow." There were a total of 535 names and today's date and the time we did this, you guys. I apologize that you guys didn't actually see it going through, but it did, and that's the first one, and we weren't going to redo it because GT27312 is the winner of the My Chow box. So you guys, come back in the next segment. We'll explain what GT27312 needs to do next in order to get this box. Okay, GT27312, you are the winner of the My Chow January surprise Keto Chow box. Now, here's what you need to do in order to receive it. You need to email me at lovingitoonketo@gmail.com. lovingitoonketo@gmail.com. I need your full name, your mailing address, and a telephone number. And if you live in Canada, I need the exact way the address needs to show up on the label, because I'm not familiar with mailing things internationally, and I want to make sure I don't screw it up or miss out or have your package returned. So please do that. And today, because we did this late, and this is going to go on the 10th, I'm going to give you until the 15th, Sunday, in order to get that information to me before you forfeit that. So remember, I need your full name, your mailing address, exactly how it needs to be on a label. I send this FedEx, and it should get to you. If you're in Canada, we send it the way that they allow us to send it. If it's in the US, it's ground. So we will get that to you as soon as I get that information. And congratulations, GT27312. Woo! Hey everybody, we're going to go ahead and close this video out tonight. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Sally wants to say goodnight. Say goodnight. That's right. Yes. Okay. Let's see, what do I got in here that's delicious? I think I've got some chicken.
Oh yeah, her fave.
Oops, careful.
You eat it so fast. I think she's done.
Say goodnight.
Say goodnight.